All right, we got a question on my YouTube page, and one of my YouTube pages of how to add supports to a model. I know I'm way behind on models. I apologize. I will try to get a whole bunch of stuff going out right now. Um, I thank you guys for sticking around. Let's get into this right now. This is a question by an individual that wanted to know about supports on using the Anycubic Photon workshop. So we're going to take care of that for him right now and answer his questions and maybe all of yours too. So let's get into it. Okay, imported an object here that I want to 3D print. This is for one of my other um, dioramas that I'm going to be making. So I'm going to kind of walk you through all the other ones. This is kind of an answer to the question supports on a model. So how to do it. Very easy to do. Very easy to do. So first of all, though, you can see I'm using my Anycubic Photo Mono 2, and the scale is way too big for it. So I'm going to go over here and first of all hit scale. Now you're going to see the red, green, and blue. You don't touch those, but over here you open up the scale, and you can see it shows the X dimension, Y dimension, Z dimension. Here's uniform scaling. This is what you want to keep, because if you uncheck this and you're going to just change the X dimension, that's the only one that's going to change. None of the other ones would change proportional to it. So you want to keep that checked. And then you just go over here and I just hit until it looks good, until it fits into my screen. And somewhere like this. Maybe a bit less. Let's go to 65. Yeah, I might go do a little bit bigger. 75. Try 80. Okay, we're going to sit at 90. And you just uncheck. And it's set. Now to move it around, you can just hold it and just drag it back and forth, holding your left mouse. Right button doesn't do much. Your right mouse button does not do much. Most of it's all done um, with the left mouse. Maybe the scroll also, the scroll wheel. You can scroll in and out. And you can view it back and forth too if you click outside of the model. Just some basic things. You just can't play with everything around here. Now, up here is some of your menus up here. You can clone it. So you want to clone it. How many do you want? I'm going to apply just want one more clone. And there you got another clone. Exactly what you had. Get rid of that one. That's basically to get rid of it. Highlight it, hit delete, and it's gone. To repair, if you download a model you want to use and you bring it into a cubic workshop here, it usually will repair itself. You just give it a few times, it'll tell you that it's repairing it. Just accept it and keep it. Now also, this will hollow it. This will tell you. Now right now, this is, I believe, to check if it's hollow or not now, go over here to your right. You see this little button right here. Go down, and you can see it is hollow. Just to punch a hole in it, we're not going to punch a hole in it. But if I was going to punch a hole in it, I would hit that. This will tell me where, and then you just bring it over here. You can see the rod that's just showing, and just hit let it go, and you can see the hole it produces. Now sometimes you have to do this if you have a solid model that's hollow inside. You may want to put some holes in inconspicuous places so the resin can drain out as it's being built, and also so you can drain it out. You don't want all that resin in there slushing all around, especially when it's a completely enclosed model. Free cut, I hardly ever use that. That usually tells what you want to cut something off. Like I want to cut this wing off, or I want to chop this off. I haven't played with that one much. I will try to work on that a little bit, and maybe I can make this thing look a little used by doing that. The next one is face gen. I've never touched that, and I probably never will. I'm not looking to do any faces, so I'm not going to do any face modeling, that's for sure. Now, the main question here is supports. You just highlight it, very simple. And right up here it says supports. Boom. Now, this is going to come as a standard support system. You can go ahead and play with support angle, anchor angle, Z height angle, all the other things that you want to do. I usually don't do anything with it. I go right down here, generate automatic supports. Now you can do it supported on a platform, and we'll hit that one first. Let us do its thing. And there you got it. It's all supported. This is a pretty straight up model, so there's not going to be that much supports in it. So if you don't like that, let's see if there's a difference here. We're going to remove them all. And then instead of going down to this one, we're going to keep this one here. And you're going to see that they're going to be about the same. And that's how you do supports. Now, when supporting, you have to be careful of making sure you get the maximum supports, but also make sure the supports are in places that you can, take care of, remove, sand off. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to remove them. So say I think I'm going to get a better one if I rotate it. So I'm going to rotate it this way, and then I'm going to rotate it this way. So once you've got it figured out where you want it, plain and simple, click on it, hit the support, and generate automatic supports. It'll do its thing. Now you see with something like this, you've got a lot of supports, and you've got it on all the features. This is going to be hard to sand and get off. So I would not recommend it. Sometimes it's easy when you have very vertical objects is to have them as vertical as possible, and that produces just as good a 3D print as you would on elevated like this, especially on walls. So that's basically how it is. Very easy to do. If you want to try it again, you move them, and then we're going to rotate it back to where it was. Around. Got it highlighted. We're going to hit the support, generate automatic supports. And you're all done. Now make sure you don't have any red. Get it in the middle where you need it. And now, very easy. Come down here, hit the slice. Slice it for you. And it will tell you how much, 126 milliliters. The cost is going to be like $27, which I've never adjusted the cost, so I should that's probably maybe 50 cents, maybe a buck. Estimated time is 8 hours, 19 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, if you don't like that, you want to change something, you can go back to return and modify it again, or go back to here. Then all we do is, so what I do now is I save this to my file on my computer, and I make a special file folder for it, and then I take the USB stick from that model, that machine that I'm using, and transfer it into that USB stick, and then put it into the model. So I hope that answers your question. I hope that, if not, ask some more questions, and I will try to get it back to you as quick as I can. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. I'm way behind on getting more videos out. I know that. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, and we will get one going as soon as I can. My health hasn't been that great, so I'm trying to get healthy first, and then I'll get right back to it. So bless you all, everybody. Keep the faith. Thanks again.